morning and welcome everyone to the weekly media conference with UTSA head coach Derek Pittman, joined today by senior defender Rylee Miller. We're heading into a crucial stretch of the season while the Roadrunners have gone a school record 9 straight games without a loss. After getting more than a week to regroup and recover, the American second-place Roadrunners travel Sunday to face Tulsa ahead of a huge matchup next week with Memphis at home. A lot of conference tournament implications on the line with every team in the American this week. The matches don't get any smaller from this point moving forward. Coach, can you get us started recapping last week's historic win over South Florida and preview your thoughts on what lies ahead for this week for the Roadrunners?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, huge week last week. It was great to be able to play in front of our home crowd at Park West and put in a really positive performance against a very difficult South Florida team. Have a lot of respect for Chris Brown and his staff and what they're doing there. He's got a lot of international players that are very good on the ball. They move the ball well in possession. They create good chances. We knew we had to go out and execute the game plan defensively to disrupt them and make it as difficult as possible, and I thought our players did exactly that. We knew we were going to be able to create opportunities through counterattacks and set pieces and opportunities like that against their team because they do put so many numbers forward. And, I thought our back line stood very tall, blocked a lot of shots, forced them to take, I think, 18 of their 22 shots were outside the 18-yard box. Only 6 of them on target. So Kessler had another great game and goal, but our back line with Rylee had a very good game as well, keeping them at bay. Our midfield played strong. Our wingers did their job defensively, and, we created good opportunities going the other direction. It was great to get another goal from Michelle Polo, and then ultimately Cam closes, game winner on the set piece. So proud of our team. It was great to have a Sunday off and be able to sit back and rest a little bit on Friday and Saturday. We had a good session Sunday night, good day off Monday. We've had 2 good training sessions this week in preparation for, a difficult road test. Like you said, lots of implications when it comes to the standings in league play. We want to keep plugging along, and our players have been doing exactly that over the last week as we get ready for a difficult trip to Tulsa and play against the Golden Hurricane.
Would you go ahead and get it started, Sean?
Rylee, you guys are on this 9-game unbeaten streak. Is that something that you view as motivation or as pressure?
I think I definitely, and the girls could say that we definitely see it as motivation because we don't want to end that streak, and it's just been really exciting to keep the wins going. So yeah, definitely motivation.
And Rylee, last year, it was kind of heartbreaking you guys not making it into the tournament as it kind of came down to the end there. And this year, you're in a position where you could clinch a spot as early as Sunday. How does that feel given the disappointment of last year and then where you are this year?
Yeah, it was definitely disappointing not to make it last year, but I think we're just really excited with where the team's going, and it would be awesome to make it to the conference tournament. It'll be my first time ever at a conference tournament, so it'll be really exciting and fun if we get to make it there. So,
Coach, you brought Rylee in before last year from Tarleton State. Why was she a player that you wanted to be a Roadrunner, and what is the impact that she's made?
Yeah, Rylee's been big time for us. Honestly, through the recruiting process, I'll be honest, she sought us out a lot with the opportunity to want to come here and really push herself coming from Tarleton. She had a tremendous, successful career, 2 years at Tarleton, played, I think, the most minutes over those 2 years, had a big impact playing in the role that she did as both a leader and a contributor on the field in various roles, across the back line and out wide as an outside back or a wing back. And, the one thing that we loved about Rylee is we decided to bring her on and give her the opportunity, and she absolutely has earned every bit of it, is she's extremely tough, hardworking, just blue-collar kid. She leaves everything out there. No one questions. She is one of the hardest tacklers on our team. We talk all the time. Rylee tackles like a truck. She there's not a tackle that she's going to back out or go halfway through, and that was evident in the spring when she suffered, unfortunately, an injury due to it, but has worked her way back into it and has done a phenomenal job, contributing. We've got a really talented back line. We've got a deep group of center backs. We've got a deep group of outside backs, and Rylee is part of that crew and constantly pushing every single day the competition and training to make a case for herself. She started games for us. She's come off the bench for us. She stepped in massively last season when Haley Lopez went down with her hamstring and carried a lot of minutes, maybe more than we initially expected, but she grabbed the opportunity with both hands and has done exactly that as well this season. She can ping a ball, 50, 60 yards. She can defend really well. She's tough as nails. Exactly what I want in a defender, and her mentality to contribute to the team and do a lot of things that just don't always show up in a box score, but are massive when it comes to defending the box and giving ourselves 7 shutouts this season that we've had, and being one of the best defensive teams in the country. She's been a big part of that.
Coach, what is it that you think has made you one of the best defensive teams in the country this year?
That's mindset for sure. Our group knows that we're going to defend from the front all the way to the back, from the forwards all the way to the goalkeeper. We all take very much pride in disrupting other teams. We talk about it a lot. We want to make sure that we're shutting down teams' best attacking players. We want to disrupt their rhythm. We want to disrupt their play with how we defend. We want to be able to control the game in a lot of ways without the ball. And I know that may seem a little bit backwards, but our players understand that, we don't have to have the ball. We want to have the ball as much as possible. We don't have to have the ball to control the game. We can dictate play. We can shape the play. We can do the things that we want to make teams frustrated. And then when we turn them over, we have opportunities to turn around and go forward. And so just that collective mindset, that collective effort from the front all the way to the back in leading the league in interceptions to disruptions and defensive, passes per defensive action, all of those things that we talk about that are huge for us. It's not just our back line, it's our holding midfielders, it's our wingers, it's everyone across the board doing their job to disrupt another team and not give them easy opportunities to score goals on us.
Coach, kind of same question I asked Rylee, from kind of the heartbreak from last year of not making the conference tournament to being in such a strong position now. How does that feel? And how do you think you kind of went from where you were last year to where you are now?
Last year was motivation. In the last 2 years, to be fair, like in 2023, we missed out on the conference tournament by 1 point. And we can look back to a couple different games throughout the, league play that we dropped points, whether it be, we were winning and we unfortunately suffered a tie, or maybe we were tied and we suffered a loss. The margins are really small in the American. Every single team in this league is difficult to play against. Every single team is difficult to play on the road. And so protecting our home field was going to be a huge piece of this. But, 2024, I know it came down to the last game, but you can even look back to our game against Tulsa last year in the regular season, a game that, we played really well, outshot them, pretty high number, hit the crossbar, had other chances, and unfortunately just didn't go our way. But games like that where we knew that we had opportunities to get a tie here or get a win there, all served as motivation for us this season. The players have stepped forward and they had a objective, from the get-go. We want to make the conference tournament, and we want to put ourselves in the best position possible to compete for a conference championship. And that's exactly what they've done. They've taken it one game at a time with the result on the road against FAU to get us started, and then the games have just kind of continued from there. To have 5 wins and 4 draws over the last 9 games is a huge credit to their mentality, their competitiveness, their toughness, and how they've gone about carrying out each and every game plan against each and every opponent, just taking one game at a time. And that's what we're doing this week. We've had really good sessions, and we're excited to travel on Saturday and go play a really difficult Tulsa team on Sunday.
Rylee, why was UTSA a place that you sought out?
UTSA, I'm from Texas, so Texas girl, I really wanted to stay in Texas close to family. And I felt like it was a higher level program that could really challenge me, and it definitely has. But I'm so glad I'm here and it's home now, so.
Yeah, how have you seen yourself grow since you first got here?
Um, I've grown in a lot of different ways as a person, soccer player. I just think the way, like, the coaching here has really helped me develop as a player, IQ, playing style, stuff like that. So yeah.
And she's gotten married. Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got married this summer, so it's not Rylee Lowe anymore. She's Rylee Miller. So, but I just to piggyback off of that, Sean, like Rylee has developed immensely. We've really challenged her. I think coming into last year when she stepped in 24 for Haley when she went down, I'm not sure we knew what her ceiling was, what exactly the expectations that we had for her as she continued to grow, and she's every single time. If I ask her to go work on this, she is after training doing those things. If I've asked her to go and improve this, she'll go and watch film. She'll go and study. She'll come and ask questions. How can I improve in this area? How can I improve in that area? And she's just one example of many players that we know that we're doing the exact same thing because I pushed her. I've challenged her like I do all of our players. We don't want them to stay status quo. We don't want them to stay where they're at. And, it's players like Rylee that have had an open mind to the coaching, an open mind to the feedback that we've given them, and willing to say, you know what, I need to keep improving, I need to keep growing. And, she's a phenomenal example of what, a lot of players like our players have done. And, for her to be doing what she's doing in her senior year is also really, really positive. And we're grateful to have Rylee's leadership and just her overall commitment to the team this past season.
Rylee, from your perspective, what has made UTSA one of the best defensive teams in the country?
Kind of what Coach said, just all around, all the girls being bought in, because it's not just like the back line that's doing it, it's the girls in front of us, because I can trust the girls are going to do their job that are ahead of me. So that's just been a huge part of it, and we're all just out there working for each other and as a team, so I think that's definitely a big part of it.
Coach, obviously, you can't look ahead from Tulsa, but next Thursday, Park West is going to be the place to be. Tell fans what they can expect next Thursday.
It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I know we had over 1,000 fans at the TCU game to start off the year. All the way back in August, you're going to get another top 10 team in the country coming in here on Thursday night in the Memphis Tigers. They're one of only 2 or 3 teams, I think, in the entire country that are still without a loss, and we want to be the ones to give them the first one. And we know that we're always going to get Memphis's best game. They're going to get our best game. We are absolutely focused on Tulsa, doing what we need to do to go get points on the road on Sunday. But next week, our attention will turn to the Tigers and our preparation for that match. And the fans are going to have a phenomenal opportunity to come in and watch 2 very, very talented teams. And we're going to give Memphis everything they could possibly ask for and then some. And it'll be a lot of fun, in a great environment for our fans. I know a lot of our students will be out there. It's Greek night. So we're going to be, it's our pink night. So we want to bring, awareness to breast cancer, as well as, an opportunity to just be able to play in front of our UTSA student body. Football will be off next weekend, so fans can come out and come watch the real football and, really be rowdy and excited, and should be a phenomenal environment at Park West that we hope a lot of blue and orange will come out and support the Roadrunners.
Michael, that's all I have.
Okay. Coach, with that said, I mean, every opponent in this league is going to get the best shot to every other every conference match is on the line. How do you work through keeping the team locked in on what the job is to do Sunday with such a big matchup on the horizon so quickly?
Because Memphis doesn't matter. It doesn't matter right now. Our attention is, we talk about it each and every week. the most important game in our season is the next one. We've kept that mentality all year long. We haven't been looking ahead. We're not looking back. We're fully present in the week of training and in the moment to make sure that we're ready to go for the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. That's the only game that matters. And our job to shut them down. They are one of the most difficult, most attacking teams in our league. They've scored 35 goals. They've got a kid that scored 11 goals, this season, who is leading our conference in points and goals in Jordan Frederick, Blaine Shute up front, Kayla Simmons. Like, they've got phenomenal attacking players, and that is the most important game of our season is right now is the Golden Hurricane, which is the next one. After that, then we'll turn our attention to what's next after that. But our players know that we don't even talk about what's 2, 3, 4 games from now. We're not even talking about potentially what that could be in the conference tournament, because none of that stuff matters. It can fall really, really fast if we take our sights off of what's most important. And as Coach Traylor used to say all the time, don't eat the cheese, right? We want to make sure that we're avoiding the traps that are in front of us of ego, and make sure that our players are staying humble and hungry. And we start talking all the time about playing with courage and conviction. And our players have been doing that tremendously over the last few weeks, and we want to continue that as we close out this season and get ourselves ready for what may be in the postseason.
And I think finally you probably will get asked about this every single time, definitely every other year. As Tulsa being your alma mater, what does that bring into the process and the emotion around this trip of how important it is to go into Tulsa and to have a good outing and looking to get a result for sure?
Yeah, I mean, my career at the University of Tulsa was fantastic. I'm grateful for the ups and downs and the challenges and the successes that I was fortunate enough to be able to have and help start my college coaching career even there. But really all it means is that I just know where the best restaurants are. I know where to go eat. I know where to make sure that these ladies are ready to go. We're excited. I'm familiar. It maybe take some weight off of Colleen, because I can tell her where the best restaurants are and make sure that we go and eat the right places. And I'm just familiar with the streets. I don't have to look at a map. So that's the most important thing for me. And right now, as far as my coaching and everything, it's all about the players. It's all about getting them ready to play against the next opponent that's in front of them. It's nice to be able to go home, which Tulsa is, and so it'll be great. I'll have some friends. I may have some, aunts and uncles or cousins that might show up for the game, and I hope they do. And hopefully we'll bring some orange and blue for them to cheer on the Roadrunners as much as possible. But excited about it. But really, in honesty, it's just another game on the list, and that I'm just familiar with the hometown there.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Rylee, for joining us. That'll wrap us up for this week. We'll catch up with the Roadrunners on Monday after facing off with the Golden Hurricane, and we'll talk some more UTSA soccer at that time. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Birds
you.
up.